Go.
Hello there.
Hello, Dad. How you doing?
Hello, Dan. Very well indeed. I mean, it may sound
a bit like David Cameron's Conservatives saying things like that, and not that I'm remotely a Conservative or anything else, but he is having a terrific night. My goodness me.
That Nuneaton result was a big one, wasn't it, Dad? That was extraordinary.
Absolutely critical. Nuneaton was the first key marginal seat, and unbelievably, instead of there being even a small swing to Labour, or even Labour taking the seat, the Conservatives have a swing of 3% to them. So it's a huge success for the Conservatives. I think we may find the exit poll suggesting that the Tories will be 10 short of an overall majority, maybe an underestimate. I think David Cameron could just squeeze an overall majority. Certainly he's the next Prime Minister, that's for sure.
And meanwhile, that massive swing in Scotland has happened. They've absolutely wiped out Labour's heartlands, haven't they?
Douglas Alexander, the shadow foreign secretary, just gone down, literally in the last couple of minutes. My wife says, "Show your mother," has just shouted at me. Douglas Alexander's gone down to a 22-year-old student. I mean, it's extraordinary. Scotland, complete wipeout for the Labour Party. The Tories, of course, weren't there anyway in the first place. I mean, the Tories were wiped out already 10 years ago. But what I think is absolutely critical here is that Cameron, there's no question, Cameron has a serious problem now with the unity of the United Kingdom. He's created almost himself a situation in which the Scots will feel even more alienated from the Tory government, and he will have to sort it out. He'll have to do something seriously about the Scottish problem in the next few years. But he's Prime Minister, no question. He's back there as Prime Minister. The Liberal Democrats really seriously wiped out. Great questions over Nick Clegg's own seat now in Sheffield Hallam. Will he hold on to that? Lib Dems wiped out. UKIP coming up very nicely. It may be that Farage won't get that seat in Terence South, but if he doesn't, he still has a party, UKIP, that are seriously threatening for the next general election. That's the intriguing question.
That's interesting, isn't it, Dad? Because Nick Clegg, Nigel Farage said he's going to resign if he doesn't win South Thanet, but it doesn't look like he's going to. But their party in a very strong position. They have actually won quite a lot of votes in this election, haven't they?
Yes, I think that is the rather interesting paradox. You do have the fact that Farage, I think, is absolutely exhausted and looks like a man who, frankly, would like to bow out if he doesn't win his seat. Does indeed run a party at the moment that looks like being a serious threat of the next general election. So it's rather odd, then, isn't it? I think he'd be mistaken to pull out if he loses this seat because the party does have a good chance, and it's rather short term of him to think, well, if I lose my first attempt getting a seat in Parliament, I will pull out. He should go on with it because his party is looking very strong.
That's good stuff, Dad. Well, what time are you staying up till? Or are you going to go to bed and get up early? What's the plan?
I think I'm going to get up early. I think the clever thing now probably is I might stick out for another half hour or so and then go to bed and get up reasonably early. But I think it's no question now that it's going to be a Tory government. They may be a bit short. They may not need a coalition partner. They may just soldier on and hope that all the parties in the opposition won't unite against them. I mean, I think they will probably get a Queen's speech through. Labour, the worst result for Labour since the 80s. I mean, this is a serious problem for Miliband's finished. It's a disaster for Labour.
Well, why do you think the polls are wrong, Dad? They're so consistent. Why are the polls wrong? Or do you think people just made up their mind on the last day?
I think two things have happened. One, there has been a swing to the Conservatives the last minute. I mean, I think there must have been because the polls were all united in saying it was neck and neck. I think people did go down the street to the polling booths and just say, well, hang on, I think Cameron may have a point about the SNP and Labour supporting each other. That doesn't look too good to us. And also the economy. Maybe Cameron's right to say don't let Labour ruin it. But I think the critical thing here is that there has definitely been something in people's minds that has kept them back also from telling the pollsters what they're really going to do. I suspect perhaps there were quite a lot of what they call shy Tories right the way through the campaign, not prepared to admit they'd vote Tory, maybe even telling the pollsters they'd either abstain or even vote for Labour or Lib Dem.
Well, Dad, we got a few comments about your swingometer, but of course, swingometer not much use tonight because there hasn't been a huge amount of swing, has there?
On the contrary, here it is, and there has, unbelievably, in the marginals, take Nuneaton, for example, it is still quite early in this election results programme, in your great election results programme, but I would have thought there is a gentle swing in the key seats to the Conservatives. And that, of course, means that Labour are going to do rather worse than the exit poll suggests. 239 the Labour poll, the exit poll suggesting. I think they could be as low as 200, with perhaps David Cameron up at 330 or 335. But we'll see. I mean, it's still quite early on in the results, and all sorts of funny things are happening.
Thanks very much, Dado. Have a good sleep. See you soon. Say hello to Mum for me.
Yes, shortly.
Bye.
Can we just get another shot of that, of the swingometer?
Sorry, say that again.
Okay.
Show us the swingometer.
Yeah, show us the swingometer again, Dad. We'll get a close-up of the swingometer.
Yes.
People want to see a swingometer.
I was presented with this by the BBC election team after I left BBC in 2000. Well, left the BBC election team in 2007.
Yeah, that's good, Dad.
Rather pretty, isn't it?
Very nice.
Hold
Very
it right
nice.
up to the camera.
Can you put it right up to the camera?
Oh, sorry, yes, of course.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Very nice.
Should we show a little bit of a Conservative swing? There we are.
There you go. That's the swingometer, everybody. There you go. Okay, thanks, Dado.